Hello, this is my assignment 2 on technology plan. Here's the technology plan for my district, actually. And if you notice down here, it goes from 2018 to 22. And approvals, we still don't have a couple of dates on the district technology committee for approval and from the school board itself. So this is still actually a working document that the district is currently doing some revisions on. Here's just sort of the table of content, what the areas are that the plan looks at. So I'll jump over here to the analysis questions that we were supposed to do. And a lot of mine hit in the on the exemplary column and a few on the satisfactory. I didn't have too many deficits at all, and I think that has to do with one, that it's a new plan, so a lot of the new ideas are being thought about in it. It's not sort of out of date and missing some things. I've talked about this before in last week's discussion. The one thing that's really not in our technology plan, which doesn't 100% have to do with a lot of when we're talking about hardware and stuff, but is the online classes that our school is beginning to consider. And I think that's something that the technology committee needs to consider putting into the plan. Budgetary, I talked with our technology department, the leader of our technology department, about it, and some interesting things I have been learning about is the E-rate, and that is subsidies for technology is the basis of it. My district is in Jefferson County, which is just south of St. Louis, and we are one of the poorest districts in actually our county. So we end up receiving quite a bit of funding for technology, which is nice for us. We don't have to have a lot of out of pocket. A lot of our broadband is being subsidized, as well as the laptops. High schools at 1-to-1, the middle school, we have enough computers for all our students, but they're all on carts, and I think we're fairly close at the elementary on being again in carts 1-to-1, but not take home. We don't have anything set in stone as far as how we're going to get to 1-to-1, although it is in the plan on moving that direction. One of the key things that it does talk about in our plan that I found pretty interesting was the look at our Promethean boards that we have in our classroom and how they are sort of going to be dealt with in the future, because our Promethean boards, a lot of them are starting to come, I won't say out of date, but it's harder to find parts for them, and they're getting sort of expensive. And the key there is how many teachers are really using them as interactive boards and how many of them are just using them as casting boards. In my class, I know I really only use it as a casting board. I don't use the software that's included with our interactive board. It just doesn't really work too well with what I'm wanting to do. The other issue is I have to have my laptop up there hooked into it to get it. It's not wireless feature. So I think that some of the smart boards in the high schools and the middle schools might be sort of being replaced with just a simple projector. We'll see how that goes. Back to the budget, though. Our school is in really good shape as far as what they are spending on money in technology, and I'm pretty happy with that. You can see they did a really good job of doing a timeline as far as teacher professional learning and how they're going to put that in. So I think we're in good shape with our technology plan. And again, I've talked about this before, but we have a new superintendent coming in. This is his first year, and we have our old superintendent, and they're sort of co-working together. But he has a lot of new ideas, which I think are going to really help enforce this new technology plan. Thank you.